Hi beautiful people, it is Lou here and I am back with another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about all the first trimester. I am currently in the second trimester, about to enter my third trimester. Like, it's so crazy. But we're gonna take it all the way back to the first trimester. So I'm just gonna kind of do like a story time from the beginning, you know, I'm finding out I'm pregnant to 12 weeks, and we're gonna stop there, and then I'll do another video of the second trimester. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe for more videos, more content. You know the drill, okay? But anyways, let's get into the video. The first question everybody always asks is, how did you find out you were pregnant? I'm just laughing, y'all, because I'm always laughing. Like, honestly, I'm always laughing. But how did I find out? I found out when I didn't basically, like, the minute it happened. It's like I'm very in tune with my body, and every little thing that's happening, I be wanting to know why this is happening, or like any little change I notice it, because why am I not feeling normal? You know, like, me and my body are like this. If something is wrong, we finna know, okay? But basically I kind of knew it was gonna happen. But like, because I didn't take any preventive measures, and like, you know, but honestly I didn't think it was gonna happen that fast, because like, I've heard stories of, not stories, but like a lot of the times, based on like, you know, people getting pregnant, like when people try to get pregnant, it always, like, you know, it doesn't happen right away. And you know, everybody's body's different, everybody's different basically, and some people have like a harder time. But I was thinking like, let's see if this is really gonna happen, because I was ovulating, so so we were just like, you know, this is definitely like, definitely might happen. But at the same time, I know people be trying to get pregnant for years, you know, months, but the first time it just happened, and it was so cool to watch, because like, it was just like, damn, pregnancy is really not random. Like, it really happens certain time of the month, you know. And I know, yeah, like, it may happen like a week later. Like, there's different ways to explain it, but the way it happened for me, it was basically like the scientific way of, you know, you ovulating, you have sex, you gonna get pregnant. So that's basically what happened. So even before, like, I felt it even before I missed my period, but it was just like, you know, maybe it's just in my head, because, you know, like I said, just not preventing it. So I know, like, there was a high possibility, because every other time I always know, like, 100%. And if I did get pregnant before that, it would have been total accident or like something, because like I said, I always make sure like that does not happen. So it was just, I don't know, it was just cool to see how our bodies work and how like everything kind of worked. When I was about to miss my period, I had really bad cramps, which made me think like, oh, maybe my period is gonna come. My period didn't come, and I felt like since the beginning, and I wrote in my journal, like, I felt my baby forming since like the minute it happened. And that's what I think that's so cool, because I felt the cramps, and it was so scary. Like, I kept researching like miscarriages, like just different things, because like I'm like, why is this happening? Like, why am I feeling pain? Why does my vajayjay feel weird? Like, is this normal? Like, I kept giggling things. But I did take a pregnancy test, because you know, I just needed to know. And it was so random because it was like my boyfriend was going out and I told him to get a pregnancy test and I didn't think he was gonna get it. I'm like, oh, just get a pregnancy test at 7-Eleven. I really didn't think he was gonna get it, y'all. And then he came back with it. I'm like, I guess I'll take it. So then I went and I took it, and then when I came back, it was like it shows 2 lines, but the other line was so light, like you could barely see it. So I'm like, oh, I'm so confused, like I'm not pregnant, like what? And then he looks at it, and then I kept reading the thing, like the instructions. I'm such an instruction person, like anything like that I buy, I need to read it to see like what's up. So I kept reading it, and then it kept saying like if it has 2 lines, like you pregnant, but it was so light. So I was just like, babe, like look at this, like, and he's like, you pregnant? I'm like, you see the line? It's barely a line, literally, y'all. If I find it, I'll insert a picture. I probably have the picture. But it was so light, like barely. And then it does say if you take it early in the morning, like the line is brighter because early in the morning, I guess there's more pregnancy hormones in your urine. So I'm like, okay, I'll just take the other one in the morning. So, but I didn't even feel any type of way about it. I was like what? Pregnant? But like I said, it's not, it wasn't like, oh, like that's impossible. So the next morning I took it again, and it shows 2 lines. The line was a little darker, but it was still like kind of light because I guess it was very, very early. But then between it, I went to the doctor about a month into being pregnant, I guess. Actually, a month, 2 months. Wait, now I'm confused. I think when I was 8 weeks, that's when I went to the doctor. And between then, I was just like, it was just so weird because I was bleeding. It's like my period came, but like it was for 1 day, and I literally cried. Like I called my boyfriend and I was crying, and I'm like, I'm bleeding. It's the weirdest feeling, and I can't even imagine, like, yo, I was just crying. I'm like I thought I had a miscarriage. But then I know, like, I'm educated on, you know, when you get pregnant, you the implantation bleeding, where when the baby's implanted in your uterus, you do bleed. Like, I know all that, but it's like I didn't go to the doctor yet. I was getting cramps. My uterus felt weird 24/7, and it was like really bad, like period cramps. And then here I see blood, so I was just like I can't. And it was just so weird to me because I'm like, this is barely it was like I felt such a strong connection, and I'm like I didn't understand it, and I couldn't talk to anybody about it because nobody knew besides my boyfriend knew I was pregnant. And then he was kind of just like, it's okay, like the baby's fine, like you're okay, like there's nothing wrong. But I just felt like I know this is not happening, and I just felt such a strong connection with my baby, to where it's like, this is barely a child, like barely a fetus. Like literally, that was like 4-6 weeks. That's where miscarriages usually happen, you know. So it was still very early, but the connection that I felt was so strong, to where like if anything were to happen, I know I would be so devastated, because I told y'all, I was like, I was not okay, and I had to wait for him so he could come and comfort me. And then I had to, you know, pray about it, you know, affirm myself, like, our child is okay, like everything is okay. And I know better, you know. And until the doctor or somebody tells me like our child is not okay, I shouldn't be thinking that, you know. So I'll let it pass. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just wait until I go to the doctor. And when we got to, it wasn't no problem. We were able to hear the heartbeat, I told him about the bleeding. It's normal, which, like I said, I should have known. But you know, it's very scary, and you know, our mind tries to trick us sometimes. But it was just like, okay, everything is okay. Like, I need to stop. Like, you know, any little move, and it's gonna be different things, because like I said, I'm very in tune with my body, and like it's gonna be different things that are happening. And I have to trust, no matter what is happening, no matter how I feel, like my baby is okay, because she is okay. So yeah, I had to get used to that, because every little thing I'd be ready to like freak out. That's how I went into, like, you know, finding out, knowing, which like I said, I knew, so it wasn't even like, you know. But then the 8-week confirmation, and then yeah. So let's go to the symptoms that I had. So the first symptom, the first thing that I had was a dream. And I know this is crazy, y'all. I guess I should have mentioned that when I was mentioning like how I knew, but I had a dream that I was pregnant, but then I was bleeding very heavy, and in the dream I was just very confused. I know dreams are very personal to me, but I'm just telling y'all now because, you know, it was just telling me that my baby's coming, okay? Like, my dreams be weird, but I feel like I have a type of understanding to them, which I'm not gonna go into, but like, I knew, like, that was my confirmation. And that night, I never wake up in the middle of the night to pee. I kept waking up to pee, and I had a really bad headache, and I was just like, yeah, and I was just very emotional. Like, any little thing, I would be crying. Like, I'm hungry, I'm crying. So, but that was just very early on. So that was between week, I would say like the 4th week to like the 8-week period. That's when that happened. And then I used to get really bad headaches, and it was this one time I got such a bad headache, and I googled what I could take, and then they said that I could take Tylenol. And it's so weird, because now they're saying that you're not supposed to take Tylenol, because I be seeing the commercials. I know y'all be seeing them too with the lawsuits. I don't, and I also believe, like, I don't take painkillers. I don't, but I never had a headache like that in my life. It was literally like a migraine, and I get headaches here and there, but never like this. It was so bad. Like, I felt like my skull was gonna crack open, and I had to take something. So I took Tylenol, and then like after that, it was just saying Tylenol is not good for you to take. I was just like, never again. But that was so early. That was like, you know, like if I didn't know I was pregnant, like, type thing. You know how people literally be drinking like a month, 2 months into their pregnancy because they didn't know. So my baby's fine, but even that is not good to take, and I haven't taken anything since then. And yeah, so the headaches, and then I was working out. Like, I was trying to get into the groove of working out. So when I would work out, I would be a little, you know, out of breath. And then after, from week 8, I couldn't work out at all. Literally, I literally tried to do 5 squats, and I was so out of breath. Even right now in the 2nd trimester, I'm not as out of breath, but literally I was so out of breath. I was like, nope. But I was not tired. Like, I was not sleepy. You know, they say like when you first get pregnant, like, you're very sleepy. Like, I was waiting for me to be like ready to slump, like ready. But in the 1st trimester, I wasn't sleepy like that. And then, yo, it started. It started, the nauseousness. Literally, I think from week 4, I was nauseous 24/7, unless I was sleeping, because when I was sleeping I didn't feel anything until 12 weeks, the whole time. And it was the worst because I couldn't eat anything. And even that's the other thing that freaked me out, is not being able to eat, because I was just like, that is crazy. Like, I have a whole baby and I'm supposed to be eating. Like, why can't I eat? I would have meltdowns, like, I need to eat, but I couldn't. Like, I would literally eat a little, like 1 little meal a day, and that's if you catch me at the right time. it was so bad because I was so nauseous. But I never threw up. Like the only time I threw up was just like a little, like when I was taking my prenatal, and I kind of gagged and I threw up, and it was just water, but it wasn't like I threw up food or anything. So that was the only time, because I would always imagine how it is to be pregnant, and I hear about the symptoms, the throwing up, this and that. People tell you a lot of things, but the way it felt was like, that's not what I was expecting. Like I did not feel like myself. My body did not feel like I felt disgusted 24/7, very disgusted. I don't have, and it wasn't even like because of the smell, because of nothing, like inside, because of the, I guess because of the nauseousness and the way I was feeling. I just felt super just like, what is going on? A lot of food aversions, but I wasn't craving anything specific. Like I didn't have a specific craving. The only thing I would say is the things that I did like, I would eat them more, and the things that I did not like, I could not stand, besides pickles, because I don't like pickles at all. But now I'm obsessed with fried pickles. I'm just like, okay, what? It's all for today's video, y'all. I have to keep pulling this down, so annoying. But I will be making another video about the second trimester, so if you have any questions, or if I didn't talk about something, please comment down below, so when I make the next video about the second trimester, I'll be able to answer it. The second trimester was just, it was totally the opposite. So, you know, like, I'm gonna just tell y'all from week 12 and on to this week, like, how I felt, what's going on, because there is changes, because I'm still pregnant, but it's like, it's not like I felt like I got my body back, you know. But we'll talk about that. So like I said, if you have any questions, comment them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.